Welcome to Grumpy Wolf Reacts. I am Grumpy Wolf. Today, I'm reacting to the Skinner Brothers featuring Kitty, Bella, Heartbreak Street. Oh, I forgot to look up the request. I distracted myself in between. My bad. Where did it go? I'm in the wrong list. Wow, first one. Ah, man, I don't even know how to say that. Melons is. It looks like Irmelinis. Sorry for butchering your name. I appreciate the request. Please keep them coming and maybe give me a little help on the pronunciation of what you would like to be called. But yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to comment and request a song. There's a list here you gave me of Skinner Brothers songs. I will keep them coming as we go forward. All right. Howlers, thank you for showing up and showing love as you always do. It means the world to me. If this is your first time on my channel, how I handle my reactions is I do a single playthrough where I pause, I talk, I give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the content. If you wish to enjoy this in its uninterrupted form, please click the link in the description down below. Supporting the artist on their platforms is the most important thing you could do for a reactor. We reactors are not a replacement for the artist. We are promoters for the artist. So let's work together. Also, in that description will be links to my Discord and Patreon if you wish to join and support the channel in those ways and have fun in the community as well. There's a free section on Patreon and there's two tiers. One is $1, one is $2. I'm not trying to break anyone's bank and make it easy to support if it's possible. If it's not, no hard feelings. Just joining the free side and watching the videos there is support enough, and mainly on the YouTube side. But thank you all for being here and supporting. I love you all. Let's get into the music.
It come true, the stains on my tracksuit last 4-2. These walls looking back at me like London Zoo. I got it locked into deja vu. Like Noah's Ark, I heard them 2 by 2. Keep singing that line, broken soul, boy, I get it all the time. Told myself I escaped that beast. Man, catch me at the end of the week on Heartbreak Street, Heartbreak Street. There's darkness behind them eyes, I know it gets peak. Heartbreak Street, Oxford Street, any fucking street, I'm so beat.
Look around and it makes no sense. No love in the old West End. Everywhere I go, feeling like a shadow when the music plays and people start to fade, and I'm alone again.
Yeah, suddenly they're all
Man, this is an older one. I haven't seen this mask yet, I don't think. So, it's a year old. All right. Uh, so far musically, we're not getting a lot, just enough to keep a nice pace for lyrics. And I'm not saying anything negative about it. Uh, I love Soul Boy's voice, or Zach. I prefer to go with the Soul Boy. Uh, and Kitty Bella, when she came in, her voice was nice too. Very pleasing. Not a lot to judge off of yet, but I could tell she's got something there. Holding back, if you would. But I feel like they're getting started. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the vibe of the whole song, and that's fine. Not everything needs to be energetic. You need something for everything, and it's great when artists can do that. Either experiment and see if try and find ways to incorporate anything in, or if they're just already doing it and they're amazing at it already. Taking the time to try and perfect multiple genres is very I think it's very um refreshing in the music industry to not be stuck to one genre, and they're making their music their way. You shouldn't have to be stuck in that one spot. Like, maybe one day you're feeling kind of reggae-ish, ska-ish, and you want to throw it together somehow, or all of it together. And the mix, the EP him and Ren did together, amazing. Like, that was my introduction to the Skinner Brothers. I started watching and reacting to their stuff because of that collab, and I'm so glad I did. And I was one of those reactors who, on So the Story Goes, couldn't tell Ren and Soul Boy apart. I'm not afraid to admit that. Uh, as I re-listened to it, it got easier to tell them apart. Well, because I knew who was where. But going forward on the tracks after that, it was easier to tell them apart as well. Uh, Maybe it was just the accent thing throwing me off. I don't know. That sounds more like an excuse than a valid reason. Anyways, I've been going on a little bit. Let's get back into the music.
Gone. The room's cold, but the feeling's strong. Touch wood that the season's long. Thought we were right, but we were so wrong. Drop the needle and the beat come on. Let it free my mind. Work so hard, I'm on borrowed time. Get my flowers when I reach my peaks. Man, catch me at the end of the week. A heartbreak street, heartbreak street. There's darkness behind the eyes, I know it gets peak. Heartbreak street, Oxford Street, any fucking street. I'm so beat.
Look around and it makes no sense. No love in the old West End. Everywhere I go, feeling like a shadow when the music plays and people start to fade, and I'm alone again.
All right, seems like that will be the vibe of the whole song. Again, nothing wrong with it. They surprised me in giving me something I wasn't expecting, and they did well with it. I want one of those hoodies. Completely off subject, but yeah. Uh but I definitely want to get into their older stuff and go through their catalog. So glad that I was introduced to them and their amazing music, um, the attitude they have towards their music. And I like how they're open. I've watched a few of their streams during that Ren collab release where they did a live stream, and they were like being very open with their life and their struggles and what they've gone through to get to where they're at now. And They didn't mention what regular labels they've uh, dealt with, but they just said they've had some talks with certain ones, and it's like they are not interested in helping build an artist anymore. They're waiting for people to have something they built, and then they try and buy it from them, basically, and then control what they're making. And it's like they don't understand anymore. Maybe they never did, but it just gets worse and worse as time goes on, where the influence that they're putting through on the artists to not create the art that the artists want to make, it's aggravating and eye-opening all at the same time, because all they care about is that money. But if you take away what made the artist special, that made them gather that fan base that you were so impressed by that you wanted to sign them, doesn't make any sense. Let the artist be who they want to be, who they need to be, make the art they want to make. And it might not be the very most popular thing for everyone, and that doesn't have to happen, but the people who need to find it will find it, and they will love it and support it. Little rant there. Let's go on. Let's let them finish this out.
Heartbreak Street, Heartbreak Street. There's darkness behind them eyes, I know it gets peak. Heartbreak Street, Oxford Street, any fucking street. I'm so big.
Look around and it makes no sense. No love in the old West End. Everywhere I go, feeling like a shadow when the music plays and people start to fade, and I'm alone again.
That was amazing. Definitely a different mood for what we've been doing today. One other song gets close, but love it. They haven't made something that I haven't enjoyed. Not sure if that one specifically would make a playlist, but I definitely enjoyed it. And I mean no disrespect by that comment on a playlist. It's just you enjoy what you enjoy, and I'm sure there are people who can listen to that and over and over again. I don't know. Just me. But it definitely has a spot where if you're in a mood, it could help you through it. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that one. Make sure you check out that link in the description to support the Skinner Brothers on their channel. Supporting the artist on their channel is the most important thing you could do for a reactor. If you enjoyed my reaction, please give me a like and subscribe. Comment down below. Check out those links for Discord and Patreon. With all that being said, until next time, share the love, and everybody wins. Grumpy Wolf.